The Void, a force of infinite hunger. Its whispers have broken the will of dragons and lured even the Titan's own children into madness. Sages and scholars fear the Void, but we understand a truth that they do not. That the Void is a power to be harnessed, to be bent by a will strong enough to command it. The Void has shaped us, changed us, but you will become its master. Wield the shadows as a weapon to save our world and defend the Alliance.
Hey folks, Quilly18 here, and welcome to something both very new and very old. On my YouTube channel, my very first videos ever were World of Warcraft videos, way back in the day when I was, it was in vanilla, and I was trying to make some videos to help my guild members and also random pickup people learn some of the raid fights and things. And that's my origin on the YubTubs, and I've been playing World of Warcraft since the beta, sometimes more fervently, sometimes less fervently. Right now I'm playing a bunch, and I've recently unlocked the Void Elf, and I thought, hey, let's do a little series of leveling as a Void Elf. You know, it might not be like the entire level from level, well, I'm not gonna say level 1, but it's actually level 20. Oh, give me a title? Flame Warden? Okay, let's go with no title for now. From level 20 to 120 or anything like that. But we'll see how it goes, and it'll depend a lot on, you know, what people feel. What this start is going to be is simply going to be a leveling through Duskwood, my all-time favorite zone. A lot of people's all-time favorite zones. It was great in vanilla, changed a little bit post-Cataclysm, but still pretty good. So we'll go ahead and take a quest over here. I'll read some of the quests that would be new as a Void Elf here. So this is the For the Alliance quest from Illyria Windrunner. We're going to talk a lot about lore and stuff as we go around, and we need to kill some travel time. So let's just dive right in. We'll talk about lore. We'll talk about add-ons as well once we get going. Mastering the Whispers requires constant focus and discipline. Sorry to people new to the channel. I'm going to be annoying like that. Okay, discipline. Your dedication inspires all who bear the name Erendorai, for we have become children of the Void. We have learned many lessons here, but the time has come to venture beyond Telgra's Rift. Go to Stormwind, the heart of the Alliance. There, your king's ambassador will greet you and guide you along your journey. Azeroth must be defended. I can think of no one better suited to answer that call than you, Petrozul. So we got to meet Ambassador Morgard at Stormwind Embassy. We'll get a whole $1.25. Actually, is this even a buck as a silver? We'll get a letter from King Anduin, and we'll get a Rendorai Tavern.
Some will
and
tell you that
we'll get a little bit of dialogue here.
The only path, the one weapon that can stop the enemies of Azeroth.
Woohoo!
But we see alternatives, many roads, many possibilities that are open to us.
There will be those who doubt you, who question your resolve, your ability to harness powers that have caused the downfall of weaker wills. Together, we will prove them wrong.
Use the lessons I have taught you to maintain control. Become a weapon for the Alliance, even as you skirt the edge of darkness.
Dun dun dun! Alright, so Void Elves are a new race a new allied race, so-called allied race, that were added in Battle for Azeroth. But most of the allied race, if not all of them, require a lot of sort of grinding and mostly getting exalted with some sort of faction. In particular, the Void Elves require that you get to exalted with Argusian Reach, which is actually a faction from Legion, the previous expansion. Yeah, we're going to complete this. Wasn't expecting you.
Welcome,
let me read this, and then we'll start moving. Actually, Anduin's got some things to say.
As a new member of the Alliance, I wish to greet you personally.
Go with
the Void Elves may be a recent addition to our ranks, but Illyria Windrunner is one of our greatest heroes. Under her tutelage, the powers you wield will aid our cause. These are troubled times for Azeroth. In the days to come, you will face many trials, fight many foes. Know that you are never alone against the darkness, for the Alliance stands with you.
All right, thanks, Andy.
I look forward to hearing of your progress. Something tells me we will speak again soon. Safe travels. Though you walk among the shadows, you are a beacon of hope to us all.
All right, I think he's finally done. I feel like I was going to say something, but I don't remember. I'm sure it'll come back to me. I'll read this quest. This is, I think, the last Void Elf specific quest. I guess there's a turn-in for it, but that's it. Welcome to Stormwind, Void Elf. King Anduin Rin invites you to explore a fair city. Say, you look like someone who enjoys the nightlife. We have many popular taverns and vibrant music scene. Ah, but that can wait. An emissary of the Rendorai is standing by to tell you of adventures that await beyond the city walls. Have a pleasant stay, Petrazul. Oh, and a friendly word of advice. Best to keep control of those shadowy powers you wield. Not everyone in Stormwind is as enlightened as I am. So we got to find the hero's call board in Stormwind City. There we go. So, yeah. I guess one of the things is right away with the allied race here is there's not a starting zone for them. I think because there's, you know, effectively going to be a low population of people who may unlock the various allied races and so on, and therefore, you know, it may not have value. It's not like, you know, it's like the Worgen or the Goblins and things, or the Blood Elves, the Draenei. They all have their own sort of starting zone for the first 10 levels-ish, and that's not going to be the case here. We're just going to dive right in. We do have to take a flyer here to sort of this is just going to influence what breadcrumb we start with in terms of leading us to one of these zones. I absolutely want to go to Duskwood, the greatest zone ever made in WoW, so we're going to do that. Boop. Excellent. By order of His Royal Highness, King Andy, all able-bodied citizens of the Alliance are to report to Commander Althea Ebonlock in Darkshire. The Commander's watchmen are stretched thin, defending against marauding wolves and bands of wild Worgen. They cannot hold out for long without your help. You can reach Darkshire in Duskwood by following the road south at the border between Elven Forest and Redridge Mountain. We'll also be able to just take a flight path, actually, so we'll probably do that. And then Kira, Onyx Raven over here, the Void Elf Emissary, is going to let us complete that. Though it is no silver moon, the city does have its charms. If you came here expecting warm welcome, I cannot say I've received one myself, but most folk are polite enough. No matter, I'm off to seek adventure, and perhaps a stiff drink. Sounds good to me, Kira. We'll meet up in the bar later on, we'll swap some stories. Oh, more dialogue. We'll explore its streets and wonders it holds. May the shadows guide you, Petra. Excellent. Speaking of shadows, we're going to respec over into Shadow over here. I have never played a priest before. My original main was an Orc Warlock. These days, I mostly play a Night Elf Druid, actually. Feral, primarily, although whenever I get into instances, I'm mostly doing resto stuff, which is fine. I love healing a lot. But I've never really played a priest. I've certainly never dabbled in Shadow, and I'm really excited to see how that goes. So we're going to look into that. Talent-wise, I don't know, like I haven't done any real research for min-maxing talents. I was looking at them, so let's set up our spells here 1 second. So our Flash Shield's going to go there. My Power Word Shield is going to go there. Oh, we could talk about Spatial Rift, which is our Void Elf ability. We're going to put you there. This is the Psychic Scream, which I'm going to just shove over some way. We need to have Mind Blast on our bar. And I think that's pretty much everything, right? Mind Vision's sort of a toy. Oh, no, Void Eruption we're also going to need. Okay, so Shadow Word Pain is a damage over time. It generates Insanity. Mind Blast is just a standard nuke. It does have a cooldown of 7.2 seconds here, so we can't spam it non-stop. I guess our general filler is going to be Mind Flay. And so something, I don't know when this Insanity mechanic was added in, because I don't think it used to be there. These things will generate Insanity points, and at some point we will have, say, 90 Insanity. We'll be able to trigger Void Eruption, which does a bunch of damage, and activates Void Form, which replaces its ability with the Void Bolts, which presumably we can spam the hell out of. It's instant. Oh, it does have a built-in cooldown, but it does generate more Insanity. So that's going to be that. Oh, we can also run our Shadow Form here, which is just something we can toggle on, so we deal 10% more damage and take 10% less damage. Now we have a lot of glow effects going on. Feels good, man. Okay, having done that, I'm going to do a little bit... No, shush. A little bit more work here, picking up some profession stuff. I'm going to start by going over here. Now, I thought about doing tailoring stuff and like, oh, we'll just craft our own things and all that kind of jazz. But I think, at least for now, I'm just going to grab a couple of sort of gathering professions over here, which will maybe help finance some stuff. I'll probably transfer some money from another character as well, but we'll see. So at some point we're gonna have to talk about add-ons because I'm sure those of you who have played WoW have noticed that there's a lot of things going on that are non-standard here, from literally like the entire screen layout to things like, hey, when I opened up my pet journal, that looks pretty different, and so on and so forth. I could almost make just a standalone video talking about my mods, and I may do that, but I guess for now, just before we get any more questions, and unfortunately this isn't something I can do while I move, let's go and open up the add-on screen here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to sort of stop here for a second. You can pause the screen. I'm going to scroll down, scroll down, scroll down, scroll down. And then I think it's just a bunch of DBM stuff over here. Yeah, okay. So you can pause and rewind to take a note of the total list of mods I have. Of course, some of these mods is like you download one mod and it really like has multiple things in the list over here. And we'll sort of talk about the specifics of things as we go and as they come up. The big thing on screen you can see here is the Elf UI. Elf UI is sort of an all-encompassing user interface kind of tweak, which is responsible for these various bars and layouts and things. I like it because it's a little bit more minimalistic than vanilla. Like it successfully both adds more info and also thins it out all at the same time. So I'm coming to Stormwind Keep here because I want to pick up, there's some quests here too, but I think that's just a quest to go to Arathi, which I don't want. And then I don't remember what this quest is. Grand Admiral. Let's go and see. Maybe it's a quest we want to pick up while we do other things. I'm not sure. Man, I have a lot of particle effects. Going to Red Ridge Mountain.
Safe
nope,
travels.
that's okay. So those are just breadcrumb quests that are just they'll off to send you somewhere else. They're not a real quest. I feel like there's something else I was going to say. Anyway, I'm picking up Archaeology here because I've been doing some archaeologicking on my other characters and finding it very, very, very fun. And there's a lot of stuff that I don't have yet. We'll talk more about these professions as we go. Right, so you can go and grab these right away. I have to be a little concerned about my money here to start off with. I guess this is all still fairly cheap. Okay, that's going to be fine. So, hang on. I just moused over something. Oh, a book. So, you can see in the bottom right corner, there's a little tooltip there. It says Aftermath of the Second War. It says Need to Read. I believe this is Overachiever. If you mouse over something you haven't done for an achievement, it will just sort of let you know. There might be, yeah, there's more than one over here. Now, I don't know if these are shared by characters. There's another one there. It's possible I've never done it on anyone. Whether or not it's shared, I'm not sure. Oh my god, there's like a million of these books. I'm gonna have to come here as like one of my real characters and see what the situation is. Because yeah, I don't know how many of these are shared between characters or not. Well, we'll take a look at more of the achievements later on, but Overachiever is a great mod that lets you track achievements more and so on and so forth. We should probably talk about my racial ability, Spatial Rift over here. So as a Void Elf, you can put that little thing out. You can move around, you can cast spells, you can do things, and if you hit the button again within 5 seconds, you'll just teleport to where your little black smoosh is. I don't think that's going to be very useful for sort of PvE, like most of the stuff I'm going to do. But I think it's going to have some application in PvP. It does have a 3-minute cooldown, which is weird and annoying, but I think you can dodge some interesting things. I think there's some possible fun abuses in Warsong Valley that you could use with it. You know, it's not the grandest, but it'll do okay. I'm curious to see, I haven't tested it yet, does it allow you to sort of like go up or down cliffs or things like that? We might be able to use it in leveling in some of the environments that have, you know, more hills and more difficulty. So, we've got 2 more stops to do in Stormwind. One, I'm going to pick up Herbalism, but also we're going to do a visit to the Transmogrifier. Oh, there we go. This is NPC scan. Lets you know if there's a rare up that you could kill, potentially for some stuff. That is a level 50 rare, so I'm not going to be killing that. That fades away. I think I've got it set to fade within 30 seconds, but I can also just dismiss it that way. Alright, we're going to come around thusly, so that we can go into, it's the Cathedral District. Now, I have heard, I'm kind of curious, we should check the Cathedral. I have heard the NPCs in the Cathedral will react to a Void Elf. It's funny, they don't react to Shadowpriest. There's like a whole lore issue with priests, in that, like, there should have been more acknowledgement of the fact that, like, Shadowpriests almost they're a whole other class that you should respond to. But I'm just curious. I've heard the NPCs react to Void Elves. So let's find out. Oh, hello there, fellow member of the Alliance. I mean, no disrespect, but I'm not entirely sure the cathedral is the most appropriate place for someone who indulges in such unique proclivities. Wow. All right, it's fantastic. I love it. Okay. It's the little things, you know? It's like on my druid when I got the, the branch of the world tree or whatever it is, the artifact from Legion, and then you walk through Dalaran, and Applebow, the apple vendor, whenever you're carrying that, just like throws a free apple at you. Like, oh, that's so cool. He's like, yeah, man, you're a bro. Right here, the 3 wins. So, we want to do some transmogging. First things first, we're going to go and equip some heirloom gear. Now, I don't have, like, the full set of various heirlooms unlocked. I don't have any of the rings unlocked, which is a little unfortunate. You do that in Warlords of Draenor with the naval missions, and that might be something I look into at some point. But in any case, so heirloom items are items that are just shared account-wide. They auto-scale with your level, so you can just sort of equip these and not have to worry about itemizing as you go. And I thought about doing a run without the heirloom items, and again, maybe, you know, combine it with tailoring, but I think we're just gonna go here. So we'll pick up head, shoulders. We get to choose between the Sunderseer mantle and the tattered dreadmist. I think those are a little too on the nose. As far as I know, they both... Oh, this one has haste versus crit. You know what? Actually, I think the haste is going to be better anyway. So we're going to grab you. We'll grab a cloak, a robe, some pants, and a staff. Again, we'll go with the haste as opposed to the crit. I do like haste. We've got a trinket here. I think we can have 2 of those. We've got a choker, which can actually self-heal. The Swift Hand of Justice has haste and gives you health. This one has intellect and gives you mana, which is probably better for us. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and equip. We don't need the tabard, which we got as a quest thing. And we don't need to reread the letter from King Andy, so we're going to trash that. But we'll put you. Whoops. Right-clicked on my bag add-on. Equip the trinkets, the pants, and the staff over here. Now we're looking pretty creepy. Actually, we mostly look like a warlock now. So yeah. So we are going to do some transmogging. In particular, I think I'm going to get rid of the headpiece. Now, we actually do have a lot more appearances in this. If I go into my collections and appearances, you can see we've got quite a few. The problem is a lot of them are locked until you get to higher levels.
I foresee a mutually beneficial transaction.
Oh, check all. There we go. I was going to say, this also doesn't look like enough, though. You know, do we embrace that? No head. The glasses are pretty ridiculous. Although we might come up with a look with this. I mean, you know, looking proper is very important. It's very important. There's something to be said. Oh, the problem is we don't have much money right now. You know what? I'll just hide the helm because it's free. I think hiding the shoulders is also free. How do I feel about that? I mean, they're fine. The cloak doesn't match, so I'm gonna go and hide that. Yeah, so I would like to do more work with this, but changing your appearances costs money, and right now we don't have any. So yeah, we'll just hide a couple of things. That's gonna be okay. I could send myself money from another character, but that's gonna be fine. I don't think I can sell these old clothes to anyone, so we'll just leave it there. And I don't know. We're looking kind of cool, right? I think. I mean, maybe it's a little much. I mean, the problem is we're always gonna be walking around in shadow form, probably. Yeah, I mean, this outfit is a no-go long-term. So I'm actually happy with hiding most of it behind particle effects. Okay, last stop before we finally start adventuring is we're going to pick up our herbalism skill. Chugga, 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 chugga. Do, 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 do. Come around over here. But yeah, we'll have to make ourselves look really cool as we level up. And the thing is, since the sort of transmog system and, you know, the you learn an appearance system has kicked in, I've actually done... I don't think I've done any real questing with a clothy. So, I have an extensive appearance collection of leather gear, well that sounds kinky, as a result of doing lots of questing as a druid. But most of the cloth stuff I have unlocked is stuff that I happen to have in my
Be careful.
in my inventory as, you know, my various characters, you know, low-level mage, that is mostly my auctioneer, and my older warlocks, which were my mains, but, you know, it was just what they had in their inventory that I sort of learned those appearances, and that was it. So I'm eager to unlock some more over here as Petrazul, the Shadowpriest. Do I not have heirloom gloves? Are there heirloom gloves? Maybe there aren't. Huh. Interesting. Oh, I want to put the amulet with its heal on my bar like this so I can use it. Because that sounds pretty handy. Does it say anything about a cooldown? 2-minute cooldown. Alright, it's pretty long, but that's okay. And yeah, I'll have to potentially, depending on how it goes, maybe, you know, increase the level of some of these. Some of them can go up to 100, some of them can't.
Welcome.
That's not what I wanted.
On the ground.
What can I do for you?
That's also not what I wanted. I don't spend a lot of time in Stormwind. So we're going to fly over to Darkshire. So what do we get? 20 minutes in, we're finally flying out to our adventure spot. But I mean, we had important work to do. So we can now mine, we can herb, we can archaeology. Oh, wrong button. Archaeology, so we want to put the survey tool somewhere over here. This is one of my pet trackers, letting us know what pets we have and don't have in these various zones. So I haven't completed everything. I'm betting these cats, I think you can buy them. A feline familiar, I think, is a quest, but yeah, there's little symbols. I think there's just a shopkeeper. I can go and buy those cats and complete the collection over here, which is fine. The big ones, like the Emerald Proto-Drake, so good. It took me forever to farm the rare PP breed of it. So if you haven't done pet battles, and if you don't have, even if you have done pet battles, but you don't have mods, you might not realize that pets, the same pet can come in a variety of different breeds. There's power, speed, health, and balanced, and each pet has 2 slots for it. So, for example, this Emerald Proto-Drake, it says P/P, has powerful in both slots. So this is a pet that's going to deal more damage than other Emerald Proto-Whelps. But, you know, if compared to an HH or an SS, won't have as much health or speed. BB is balanced. So it just gives you bonus stats. I think each one of these is worth it's like 25 bonus to something. It's some damn thing like that. And it's better to have the same symbol twice because things round down. So a PP or an SS will have more stats than a PS, for example. And the balance, the B, makes it even less appealing. So generally speaking, you want that sort of thing. Not all pets come with all breed options. I mean, here you can see the Emerald Proto-Drakes comes either in a PP, a PS, or a PB. So PP is definitely the best, it sounds funny, is definitely the best combination for things over there. The Little Bling is just, I think it's built by an engineer, and it only comes in the speedy version over here. But I bought 2 because they're super goddamn handy, especially for just random fights, because they're good against beasts? No, critters. No, beast types and flying types in the config I normally run with, which is, you know, super good for random encounters and things like that. And then, yeah, we'll try to level some stuff. I just got the Nightmare Lasher. This is apparently, I didn't know about it for a long time. This is a pet that you can get in the Druid class hall in Legion if you have a certain, you know, you talk to the one dude who can, like, research basically class hall talents. Well, I went with one talent a long time ago, which was good for leveling, or, you know, just class hall stuff, but it turns out the other option lets you get some extra pets and things. So I just got the Nightmare Lasher, so we'll get a couple of levels into him just to get that going on. This is my leveling list over here. This is part of, I believe, Rematch adds this feature in. So this is my pet leveling slot. So it'll automatically grab the topmost pet in this queue that is not damaged and stick it in there, which is just very convenient and very handy. So we're going to go around and pick up some pets here. Pterodax Hatchling is the only pet I quote-unquote am missing from this zone. It's actually an archaeology
We've
pet.
been walled up for far too long.
Stalvin! Oh my god, yeah. God, what a good mission over here. I'm not going to read all of these quests because I'll just go crazy trying to do it all. But we got to seek out Clerk Daltrey in the Darkshire Town Hall and find some information on Stalvin. Will do, buddy. Okay, let's mount up. I gotta say, once you've played a lot of Druid, it's actually painful to wait that 1.5 seconds or whatever it is to mount summon a mount, I guess, because it's not instant. It's so painful. Worgen in the woods. Darkness seems inexorably drawn to Duskwood. So there's too many Worgen out there, and we've got to go and take them out. Sure, can do, buddy. 12 silver, hello. Now we're talking about serious money here. So this is the end of our breadcrumb quest, which is actually very hard to say. So Commander Althea Ebenlock, we've answered the call to adventure, so we are here. Wolves at our heels, dire wolves. Most common threat to the townsfolk here. They lurk in the forest on all sides of us. They're mostly along the northern bank. So we want to kill dwarf dire wolves. Sure, okay. And then into the town hall, we're going to talk to Clerk Daltrey here about the legend of Stalvin. Want to know about Stalvin? You're not the first, you know. Get all outsiders always coming in, yada, yada, yada. So there's a bundle of shredded letters. Documents strewn all across Brightwood Grove. Feral Worgen broke in. Ah, I see. Hey, and we'll get a new appearance. Hooray.
Safe travel.
So, I do have a mod. I don't remember which one of them it is. It's actually a great question. That will point out items that I haven't gotten the look for yet. I don't think it's Wardrobe Helper. I think it's another one. I think, oh, Can I Mog It? Can I Mog It over here? We'll put a little symbol over things in your inventory that you haven't learned, that you can't learn for various reasons, and so on and so forth. So it's a good thing. So you automatically, if you pick up a soulbound item, and if it's type of armor that you wear, so for me it would be cloth, then you'll automatically learn the appearance. Now, just because you can wear it, like as a druid, I can wear cloth, but I don't believe I can learn appearances from cloth. So as the druid, for cloth, mail, and plate, I don't learn those no matter what. So you can just disenchant them or vendor them or whatever. And if it's soulbound, you learn it automatically. If it's bind and equip, you actually do have to put it on to learn it. So you'll have to bind it to yourself to learn it, and then swap back, and that's okay. But you know, it's a good thing to note and see that. And for BOEs that I don't have the appearance for, I can go and mail them to my my other alts and get them to put it on, for example. Oh, the chef. Yeah, we didn't learn any cooking. I don't think we'll do any cooking with this character, but we do still have some quests over here. Seasoned wolf kebabs. Sounds delicious. I mean, maybe a little stringy. We'll give us a recipe that we're not going to learn, but yeah, we'll go and complete all the quests. Dusky crab cakes. Oh man, I remember these missions. I think those missions have not changed since way back in the vanilla days, which is just so wonderful. Brewfest is happening right now, so we got some little extra art going on all over the place, which is fine. Oh, I guess I don't need to have shadow form on my bar because it's actually a form over here. So yeah, we'll do that. Can I just toggle it from here? Excellent. Okay, good stuff. So looks like the thing to do will probably be to go north along the road here and then pop that way, or actually we can take the road west and go there. That'll be fine. We'll do something like that, and we'll get ourselves a killing. And I'll cast my very first Shadowpriest spell. I did dabble with a priest at one point. Didn't get very high level. I don't even remember if he was shadow or anything like that. For all I know, it was back in the old talent tree days where you didn't become shadow. There was just priests. All right, so let's see the cycle here. So we'll Shadow Word Pain probably to start. I'll Mind Blast you, which will put it on cooldown, and then we'll do that. And I guess I do have a mod for... Oh my god, I don't have Auto Loot turned on. Is it under Interface? Auto Loot. Thank you. There we go. So that's my Insanity bar. Make sure I don't miss it. One more instant cast spells. Alright, done. Also, man, oh man, what I wouldn't give for the ability to dash right now. So we got some Worgens to kill. Now, I might be able to more easily take multiple dudes here. We got dots and stuff. We'll nuke you with that. That's gonna be fine. Okay. Void Eruption. Bam! Nuke you. Okay, we got a countdown going on. Oh, I can probably keep it going longer with more insanity. So we got Fenros over here. You can see I got my alert going on, letting me know that there's a rare here. Okay, that insanity bar is a little bit noisy. It's probably great for like raiding and stuff, but it might just prove a little distracting here. Oh, also I gotta move my my cast bar because it covers this bar over here, which is no good. So we're gonna go into Elf UI, and I think it's Elf UI's cast bar. Is it something else instead? Stance bar. There we go. Just toggle. There we go. Clear cast bar. We'll just move it up to something like that. That's going to be fine. We'll relock it. Okay, that should be better. Yeah, catching sight of an herb. And do. Oh, you didn't die right away? Come on. Through a whole channel? That was annoying. .u. Oh, right, these guys who, like, fight each other. Finish that channel. Nuke you with a Mind Blast. I got a boosh from something. Oh, this skunk needs love. Yeah, I think this is something I have done on another character, though. So it might be slightly annoying. So back in the day, herbalism was really annoying because you had to make sure you got every last bit of leveling of your skill, or you wouldn't be able to pick something in the next leveling zone, which could be really annoying and out of sync. But that is no longer a thing anymore. I could probably grab multiple dudes if I've got my insanity bar up, but let's just do this. And then maybe over here. I don't need to kill these guys anymore, do I? Oh, I need documents. We should probably also talk about the dynamic leveling of these zones. It used to be a problem where you would, especially if you had any rest XP, you would often out-level a zone. Oh, that is a lot of damage. Before finishing all the quests. So, at the very best case scenario, your final quest would be green, which wouldn't give you a ton of XP, but would still be something. But sometimes you would actually have to, you'd be doing great quests for no XP anymore. Where the hell? Oh, right, I can do rocks, that's right. And that was really disappointing. So they did add in dynamic leveling, and in the past I've actually said bad things about dynamic leveling in games, because it's nice to be able to come back to a previous area and just be like, I am a badass and I can kick the shit out of everything. But the thing is, in WoW, you can actually still do that because the dynamic leveling does have a cap. It has a floor and a cap. You can't go anywhere and do anything in any order. Some zones have a minimum level that you can't go there at level 1 because you get your butt kicked. And they also tend to max out. All the vanilla things do cap out at 60, I think, which means if you come in after the fact, okay, I can ignore the Worgen, but we're gonna start doing well, that's also a Worgen. Never mind. But yeah, if you come back after the fact, you can still kick their butts post 60. Okay, I'm gonna dodge more of this stuff. There we go. Get into some spitters over here. Pew! 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 Thank you for dying in timely fashion. Dusky lumps. Mmm. Crab cakes.
Too far
those
away.
spider cakes, but you know. I wonder how good this class is at taking, like, you know, those... You get some missions to, like, kill an elite or something like that that's got, like, you know, the mission's like, oh, you need 3 or more people to do it. Generally speaking, as a feral druid, I usually felt quite comfortable taking all those. It was a little annoying if there were a bunch of ads, but otherwise it was pretty okay, because I had a good sort of innate tankiness. Now, does Insanity give you anything by itself, or is it literally just a consumable for Void Eruption? Well, there might be more consumable dumps for Insanity later on, I suppose. Let's go ahead and Void Eruption. Blow you up that way.
I must get closer.
Boom. Instant cast stuff is fun. But yeah, I don't know if like Insanity just gives you any bonus damage or anything like that, or if it's literally just a way to accrue points to then unlock your dump, of which I assume there'll be more than that. Man, again, leveling as a druid, you get spoiled. As a feral druid in particular, because you can keep just dropping, like, you have just faster movement speed. And a sprint every 2 minutes. Just everything is faster as a druid. I'm going to be complaining about this, like, throughout the thing. There's no better class. Right now, druid damage, feral damage in particular, is terrible. It's in a really, really bad state in the game. Wow, you were really annoying, buddy. I mean, even if you, but just the movement for questing is great, and the self-sustain, like tankiness. You know, you've got bear forms to play with. You've got a bunch of self-heals. But that's why I'm thinking, like, the Shadowpriest might actually do a pretty good job of still being able to solo some elites. I've seen mages actually do a pretty good job with just, like, freeze, blink sort of combos and stuff, too. But just having to wait that, like, 1.5 seconds or whatever it is to, like, summon a mount, it's just terrible, man. So, the Void form, Void Eruption, I mean, 2.3 second cast. It does do decent damage. And then you got the instants, but it doesn't seem to truly affect our leveling rate too much. I suspect that... Oh, I didn't realize we hover while this is going on, though. That's cool. I like that. Plus, it's very lore-rific. So have I talked about the Void? And the meaning of it? I guess not. Well, you know what? We're 35 minutes into this video. I'm going to go and put a cut here. We're going to continue just killing random stuff here in the next episode. But we're gonna take a moment to talk about, well, I guess elf lore in general. Not just, I was going to go and grab these bits over here, but I mean, they'll probably sell for something. I mean, we should fund our character. But, as I was saying, yeah, elf lore in general, and Void Elf lore in specific. Oh, it looks like I got all the stakes, which is good, but we still need to kill a few more. So we'll put a cut in here. Thank you very much for watching. Hey, if you do like this series, do make sure, of course, to give it those updoots, you know, thumbs up the video, favorite, comment, etc., subscribe, whatever, all the things I'm supposed to say. But especially for episode 1 of the new series, it really makes a big difference in helping people find it. So it's like triply appreciated. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time while we talk about some WoW lore. Bye bye.